what some of you might be thinking. Why haven't I been posting as much? Where's all the Instagram stuff? Where's all of the YouTube shorts, right? Well, I'll tell you something. I was definitely not playing hooky, if you know what I mean. What I have behind me is a mower. No. What I have behind me is not only going to benefit the Pulan in its performance, but make it look like a badass. What I have behind me really are a brand new set of these beautiful ag tires. Just looking gorgeous. These are 20 by 10 by -8s. The stock size for the Pulan are 20 by 8 by -8s. So when you're switching out that number 8 for a 10, all that means is it's going to be just a little bit thicker, which is alright in our case. So that is one of the biggest reasons why I have not been posting, is I've been waiting to get these in the mail so I could show you guys something, just something that really is awesome. But that's not all. That is right, ladies and gentlemen, that is not all. What is on top of these beautiful tires, or beneath, but another set of beautiful tires. Where do you get to see it, folks? It is rare to see this on the channel, being that we are not made out of money. Look at this. Beautiful, beautiful front tires for the old Pulan. And funny enough, while I was buying these, thinking about it, and that's when I thought of the name, Winnie the Pooh. Hear me out. The Pulan is a black and yellow configuration. What if, because it's yellow and it's kind of a honey yellow, if you know what I mean, and it's Pulan Pro, Winnie the Pooh, Pulan? Tell me what you guys think in the comments. I'm thinking I like Winnie the Pooh. If you guys know any other names that you think is going to sound badass, or anything that's going to sound better, drop it in the comment. Don't be scared. I may even think about it too. But that's what I was thinking as well. Now, the tires here. We know the old Pulan here, Winnie the Pooh, for now, is going to be mowing some grass. Some thick, some not so thick. So we're going to need the most amount of tread as possible for the fronts and for the rears. Now, usually you don't buy these ag tires when you're going lawn cutting, but the way that I'm cutting my lawn this year, I think you guys will agree with me. We have a 6-speed mower, and it's going to demand traction. Now, I will say, as much as the stock lawnmower tires are good for the backs, we have a steep uphill and a steep downhill, so that mower is going to need maximum traction. So that's where these parts come in hand. Will they make marks on the lawn? They shouldn't, and even if they do, that's fine. But what they're not going to do is they're not going to dig into the earth like the other ones did. Now, stock lawnmower tires are built so that they don't do that, and they're built for maximum grip. Well, that's not always true. A lot of times when you got morning dew, rainfall, or even just wet grass, just keep it at that. Maybe not even wet grass. You know what? Dry grass. What can happen with the stock tires that have that kind of similar tread pattern is your weight plus the lawnmower working and driving and mowing grass at the same time. It's going to cause those tires to spin. And one of the biggest things we had with the Cub Cadet last year was the tires would always spin. And I didn't really show it on camera that well because we were just starting. I mean, camera quality was at 1080p, maybe 720. I didn't even have a GoPro at the time until now, so I couldn't really capture it even if I wanted to, not in a clear image. So you gotta really take my word for it when I say that these tires would always spin. And you know how automatics transmissions are, and manuals are the same way. They always spin on that one wheel until they both catch. Now, that's a problem because with your weight going uphill, mowing at the same time, you're either going to start coming down while you're trying to go up, or the worst part, you're actually going to start going up, and then while you're going up, you're actually digging a hole or making a nice little burnout patch on the grass, digging up dirt and stuff while you're going up, making your lawn look bad. Then you got to reseed it, and it's a big thing. So with the Pulan here, well, Winnie the Pooh, we're gonna start not doing that. So these tires right here is what I'm talking about. These are the stock ones that tend to do that. Now, if you were using these tires on a nice flat land with maybe a little bit of an uphill, that is totally fine. You don't need ag tires. But in our case, steep hills, it's getting muddy all the time, we're gonna need it. But also, this thing is not just gonna be cutting grass. That is right, you all thought I was joking. That thing is gonna be towing as well, and it may be on the off-road trail. So the moment we start mentioning the off-road trail, we automatically need traction. We tried to haul stuff with the Cub Cadet last year. I can't remember if I made a video with it or not. I don't think I did. It was just piss poor. I mean, I couldn't be more annoyed at a mower in my life. I mean, it was just terrible. It was always spinning. I mean, good Lord, it was terrible. So with this Pulan, the idea is we can drop the deck when we want to and go on the off-road and do some, trail maintenance or stuff that we need to do, but at the same time be able to put the deck back on to do lawn mowing. So I thought these ag tires are the best solution. Now, I've ran these ag tires before on past mowers, before I even had this channel, and they worked amazing. In fact, the John Deere 68140 it still has the exact same tires, of course, in a wider, bigger stance, just a bigger tire with a bigger rim, right, and a heavier mower. So that thing actually ran the same tires that I'm putting on the Pulan. So I know it works, and I know it works well for my property. Now, all properties are different. I wouldn't go putting these on if you're using straightaway grass. I mean, if you want to, you can, but it's not really necessary. But for us, it's necessary. And that is the reason why I haven't been posting as much. We've been getting these stuff dialed, all this stuff dialed for the Pulan. We got fuel lines coming in, air filters, spark plugs, oil changes coming up, blade deck parts. I mean, we are really putting it hard on the Pulan. And the Craftsman is something beautiful. I'll have to show you that in a second. But I want to compare tire sizes. So I'm going to cut the camera right now, and I'm going to show you guys the differences between the stock fronts and the new fronts, and the stock rears and the new rears. So, boom. Nice magic right there. So automatically, we're just going to start from the rear and work our way up to the front. Now right now, we can definitely see a big difference in tire, obviously, because of the tread, right? Well, remember what I told you before. The thickness, I'll show you here. Like I said, these were 20 by 8s by -8s, but because we're getting a thicker tire, look at that difference. This is a taller tire, this is a thicker tire, and it's a more girthier tire and tread. Now, I can already hear you guys bitching and moaning. Is it gonna fit? It's gonna fit. And what I love about these steel fenders, not this plastic junk they're coming out nowadays, with the steel fenders, if you have a tire that doesn't fit, you can just take a little grinder or a little Dremel and just sand down the little bits here until you get your tire that fits. But this tire will fit. I'm getting them installed this week or next week. I'm hoping this week, but you never know. But yeah, I mean, just look at that difference. It's beautiful. It's awesome. And it's going to look freaking amazing. So now, we're going to look at the fronts. Get this electrical tape out of the way. Look at that difference. I mean, it looks like the owner who used to have this swapped out the tires for two different sizes, because you'll see a difference here. But that's the tire we're putting on, and that's the oldie. See how it's all dry rotted and disgusting? Yes, it still holds air, but it's the wrong rim, it's the wrong tire, and it's just the wrong everything. So I already got the rim for it. No worries about it. I got one that I salvaged from the old scrap yard, but look at that difference. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now I'm going to show you the other side of the tire. This sucker is the same rim that it should be on, but that sucker is spent. It is done, and it's finished. There ain't no way of putting that on the road. So She's getting new fronts, and he's gonna get new rears, and it's gonna look freaking killer. Alrighty, we're back in the shop with Chuck. A nice little magic trick there. Twice you got to see that. Now I'm going to tell you guys two things about Krusty and Chuck. It's really awesome how close they are from being finished. I mean, all this guy needs is electrical work and he's out the door. All this guy needs is to get the blower shroud tightened and the rest of the body painted, and he's out the door. So we're looking really good in the shop here. Now, I'm going to show you a picture of the goal down the road. This may not happen before Memorial Day, but definitely before 4th of July, for sure. This is a picture of what I want Chuck to look like at least before 4th of July. And now we're going to look at him right now. You can see how at the old CV antenna, the old black, beautiful shiny black hood, and then this grill. Now you can see the grill is discolored with the hood. What we're going to do to fix that is, instead of painting on it, you can actually take a torch and just lightly glaze that hood, and it'll actually bring it back to black and brand new. We've done it with Krusty's old grill, because Krusty used to have a plastic grill, but of course, you know, he's got a steel one now. But I mean, this thing is going to look really good. Now, you guys saw the Firebird logo, and if you don't recognize it, that is the Smokey and the Bandit Trans Am look on a lawnmower, which I thought is really cool. I saw that was sent to me. Alright, I saw it because it was sent to me from a guy on Instagram, a follower, and I couldn't believe it. I was just like, dude, we gotta do this. So, because it matches it so well. I mean, it goes fast. It's got a CB radio, okay? It spins tires like no freaking tomorrow when she's in third, or when he's in third. And it's got that look to it. And I mean, just look at it. Just look at it. Just look at it. It's a beautiful thing. It's perfect. So that is what we're hoping to get this puppy to look like, just so you guys are informed. So there is a lot going on here at Impossible Mowers. We're not sitting around doing nothing here. I just want to let you guys know we are doing a lot. So Memorial Day is looking good, and before I talk about Krusty, Memorial Day. Speaking about Memorial Day, we're going camping with these mowers. The challenge is, okay, we'll be making the video on it. Don't worry, you guys will always be informed, so you don't have to worry about it. It's going to be broadcasted on YouTube, Instagram. I was going to do Patreon, but I mean, there's just not a lot of traffic there, so it's not really worth wasting the space and the time. But we are going to be doing a video with Krusty, the Sears Suburban. That is right. You thought that thing was dead. It is actually going to be alive, and I'll show you why in a minute after I done with Krusty. The Craftsman 2 and Chuck. So 1, 2, 3, that's 4 mowers camping out in the woods. And if you guys remember from the Christmas special on that dirt road we went to called Barrack Road, that is a famous, it's famous to us because we go there a lot, but really quiet. Nobody goes there. It's a ghost town. Nice off-road trail. It's not even. It's really nice. It's really secluded. There's not even a lot of people, any people there actually. And there's a nice trail where when you go in, it just kind of goes straight up, and there's a nice camping spot we made up there. So we're going to be camping right there, and we're going to be filming it the whole time, which is going to be pretty cool. Now the idea is we're going to start going on Friday, camp till, I'm hoping, start going on Friday, but I think if weather is not looking too good and temperatures are just right, I'm thinking of doing camp out Saturday. So we set off Saturday evening, and then we're going to camp Saturday night into Sunday. Sunday morning come back, and Sunday's Memorial Day. That is where we do the full board. We're recording 365. I'm going to try to do a live stream, but I really don't know how that's going to work out. And we're just going to do some intense mudding. I mean, we're going to see whether these mowers are going to do it or not. They might be left dead on the side of the trail. I doubt it, because, I mean, these mowers, as shitty as they may look, they have never left my ass in the woods, and I'm willing to say that as a guarantee. So let me tell you something, we're gonna have a nice time. So we're camping and we're off-roading this Memorial Day. Don't miss out, and please subscribe if you don't want to miss out. Also, let your friends and family know that that is what's gonna happen. So stay tuned. We're also gonna have some good laughs too. So don't worry about that. Now, Krusty here. I mentioned to you about electrical problems, or the whole rewiring. Well, the reason why we have to rewire it is because we actually had a very small incident where the old wiring harness collided with the Honda's wiring harness. So what actually happened was we ended up having to snip a lot, yeah, look at that, having to snip a lot of the old wires so that the Honda stuff can fit onto the battery to the ignition of the Honda in right here, right? So that the ignition, the solenoid, and the Honda can all talk to each other. Well, that's not the best, because that means lights aren't working, winches aren't working, which is a crucial part in this camping spot. We got to get winches going, and just, you know, stuff isn't working. So we're going to need that stuff. And I know what you guys are thinking. Well, Krusty doesn't have lights too. Don't you think so? No. I got LEDs coming for this baby. Boom, they're going to go right in there. We're going to be seeing brighter than the northern sky. I'll tell you that right now. And this one, Krusty, he's already got the lights, so don't worry about him. We just had to take him off and all that good stuff. If you've been watching the channel, you know Krusty's got lights. So that's what's happening with Krusty. We're just doing some rewiring, trying to just get stuff to fit just right, but he's really close. What we're also going to do is get a carb kit for it. We're doing a Mikuni carburetor swap with a K&N air intake. We are not fooling around. We're also going to do, I was going to say custom, but I think my brother wants to go with a Amazon special or a Go Power Sports special exhaust. We're not fooling around. I mean, when we're looking for reliability, we're going to spend top dollar on it, and this is going to be cool. In case you guys don't know what a Mikuni carburetor is, they are one of the most expensive carburetors you could put on a lawnmower. They're one of the, did say they were. And instead of a traditional carburetor like on a lawnmower being linkage action, a Mikuni is actually cable action, which means your timing to go up and down on the throttle is going to be faster, snappier, which means more horsepower. And because it's going to be a lot more snappier, quicker, he's going to be able to book on the dime, whereas me, I'll be able to book, don't worry about that, but my throttle isn't going to be as fast. And that's what's really cool about Mikuni. Now, what's also cool about Mikuni, and you can really do this with any other engine, is you can take out all the internals and upgrade them. With a stock lawnmower carburetor, you can, but you can only go so far, which it's the same for all carburetors, but Mikuni has a really cool thing where their little needle screw-on jets and stuff like that, they're so nice to tune. It's perfect. So we're doing that. It's going to be cool. It's going to sound cool. I can't wait to show you guys. And that's pretty much it. I mean, Krusty's going to be looking good. Now, I'm not going to show you the Suburban yet. There's a reason for that, because it's supposed to be a surprise. As you guys know, we stopped posting on the Suburban months ago, and I never really explained to you why. I mean, I did a little bit, but I never really did explain to you why. The transmission on it is shot. Okay, the gears don't move. It's probably fixable, and we'll probably fix it. Don't worry about that. But it's stopping us from going onto the trails, because those transmissions are hours and hours and hours to fix. So I was scouring Facebook Marketplace, and really close to me, for only $100, I was gasped away, because these Suburbans are not easy to find, and if you could find them up north here, you are not going to get them for a cheap price, unless you're lucky like me. I found a Sears Suburban for only $100 with a working transmission and a seized motor. We have a motor and a seized transmission, so it was kind of like, I mean, we had both seized motor and transmission, but it's kind of backwards, because that Suburban has what we need, but this Suburban doesn't. So what we're going to do is we're going to get that Suburban to run and drive. It looks the exact same as the one we have. Looks boost. It's the same thing. Suburban 212, the whole nine. So what we're going to do is we're going to get that running for Memorial Day. Now with this second Sears Suburban, we're going to use that as a towing rig, because what can happen a lot on the trails, Krusty, me, these big heavy mowers that we're putting a lot of equipment on, they can fail on us. And we need winches, but we also need a tow truck, right, to get us out of there. That's what we're hoping for that second Sears Suburban to be. So I cannot guarantee you the Sears Suburban is going to be on that video. I am not guaranteeing that, but I'm saying it's very, very possible. It's very likely. It all depends now. The Facebook guy texts me, I'm hoping to work it all out, but it's looking really good. The other thing we're going to be doing is mounting on racks, because if you're going to go camping, you need blankets, you need the food, you need the water, you need all the utensils you need to go camping, and you're not just going to do it by carrying it on a lawnmower with one hand. These are manuals. One hand is very much on the wheel, and the second hand is getting ready to shift on the fly in case something happens, right? So what I have for Krusty, which I think I've already showed you guys, is a rack. I'm not seeing it here right now, but I know it's around. I made a custom back rack for it, and we could fit about a couple good things in there. We're going to fit gas can, oil, blankets, just the stuff we need to go camping with. And then this sucker, what's really cool is Krusty's got the ram bar up front, and look at this. And this came with the mower. This is how they came out of the factory. It's like its own little package spot there. I mean, freaking perfect. Can't wait to see Krusty and Chuck on the road again. Now, without further ado, if I haven't said it before, I will say it again. Like, comment, subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. I know you guys have been doing so. I really appreciate it. I feel it right here. You guys are awesome, and it's really helping out this channel to do some really cool stuff like this, so it's greatly appreciated. You guys are the best. Now, without further ado, I hope you guys stay safe. Check out Instagram, Patreon, that stuff. We're still posting on that stuff too. Links below. If you guys have any questions on what we do here, what kind of parts you want, where to find them, comment. I'll leave you a link below. Without further ado, I hope you guys stay safe. Catch you next time. Impossible Mowers out.